classics out for justice. And if ever a bunch of miscreants call out for the full weight of the law, it's the miscreants in tonight's movie, 1974's The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, from director Frank Sargent. The wonderfully lugubrious Walter Matthau with his rumpled persona and ironic wit.
You won't believe it.
You know me, I'll believe anything.
The train's been hijacked.
I don't believe it.
A tall man with a perpetual slouch and a perpetual frown turns a sharply written crime movie into a classic. Matthau plays Lieutenant Garber, a transit police supervisor more used to dealing with graffiti and muggings on the New York subways, who has to somehow cope when some very bad men take over a number 6 train and hold the passengers for ransom. Robert Shaw, known only as Mr. Blue, is the smooth ringleader, matching wits with the shrewd, rather cunning cop. Everything turns on the answer to Garber's excellent question. Once you pay ransom to a band of thieves on a subway train, how do they get away with the money? And the unspoken question, how on earth do you bring them to justice? Sargent and screenwriter Peter Stone, the movie was a lone bright spot on the latter's list of credits, it must be said, have just the right instincts. They balance the high-stakes subterranean menace of the bad guys who hijack the subway car with the wry comedy and zingy one-liners spat out by the good guys up on street level. Matthau might be the unlikeliest action hero to convincingly step into the role, but he does it with comic flair and a hilarious sense of exasperation. And there isn't a wasted moment in the movie's 104-minute runtime. Watching it feels like a factually formatted documentary, a piece of cinema verite with the camera placed in front of the real-life performers, not actors. Although United Artists eventually persuaded a city with a chunk of cash, officials at first didn't want the film to use the real New York subways, fearing a copycat crime. They relented, but nevertheless, since the day the film came out, no train has ever left the Pelham station at 1:23 a.m. or p.m.